Bones of the Magi. How many relics have I got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think there's 16 in the game. I might be wrong. I believe there are 16 in the game. So we've still got a couple more if we need them. No, not a couple. We've got 3 more if we need them. But these open air museums are very, very useful, I must say. I'm actually almost to the point where I've got them in all of my cities now. Oh, but this is what I was saying. We now have space in my amphitheater. I don't like that. Need to get rid of that quickly. Eleanor got Broadway. Oh, interesting. Oh, it's really good. I love any wonder that gives Eleanor more great works. You want to see the Court of Love go mad. I can't believe it hasn't overtaken Armagh yet. I am amazed at that. But this is my freedom. This is wonderful. This is all enlightenment. The minus 50% penalty on all of my religious tourism, that has now vanished. This gives me probably in excess of maybe 150 extra tourism per turn with every player. And flight. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure flight will not double how much my open air museums are giving. Plus 8 per turn. I'll have a look next turn. I'm almost entirely sure it doesn't work like that, but it's always worth checking because I always like to get these things wrong, you know? But look at that. Look at that. 501. No penalty now. No penalty. It's what you like to see. I just need to get rid of this government fast now. The National History Museum is wonderful. I managed to pick up a 3-charge musician. Very strong. They'll come in very handy. I think the relics are going to be the most important thing. But yeah, we always like having spare slots for music around. So you'll all remember when Ludwig was first announced and everyone got very excited about the fact that you were getting tons and tons of free tourism from all of the wonders you could put down when you hit castles. And it was like, oh, Ludwig is amazing at tourism and all that little bonus tourism you get is wonderful. But I couldn't help but think, yeah, it's good. It is good, but it's nothing compared to Sweden. Like when you thought back and you just look at how much tourism per turn you get from these open air museums. I mean, it's only because I'm playing a very specific map that doesn't have desert on it at all. There is no desert on this map. It's 0 desert. I mean, there is no desert in Europe, really, as far as I'm aware. Well, on this map, in Northern Europe on this particular TSL map, there is no desert. But 10 extra tourism for every Swedish city, just by existing, just by being in existence. It's wonderful. It is so strong. And I just always, I think back every time to, people getting very excited, justifiably, about the new Germany and sort of thinking, yeah, it is good. But is it Sweden good? This is why Sweden for me has always been absolute top tier, S tier Civ. I just love playing them. They do synergize very well with my playstyle. I kind of get that. And there are a few Civs that definitely make the list because I'm just quite naturally suited to them. So I always respect that. Oh, I will be friends with you, Eleanor. That's the first time she's asked for that. I won't be allied to her because if Russia proves to be too difficult to steal from in the long run, I'll go and steal from England instead. But it's good to be friends. It's good to be friends. Oh, you know what? Actually, look. Oh, the open air museums in these new cities. I'm getting so much culture per turn now. I should be able to get loads of national parks everywhere. Oh no, what's happening? Okay, yeah, I did steal. I stole something. That's great. It's another 4 culture. Oh, that's wonderful. Put it in Stockholm immediately, I say. But unfortunately, they're going to spend like 4 turns coming home now, and then another 7 turns traveling, so that's my spy effectively disabled for a little while now. Scotland made it to Iceland, by the way. I like that. That's really, really cool. My galley is being killed. It's been exploring since the beginning of the game, which is wonderful. Professional sports, oh, I've loved democracy. I do enjoy it, but I can't stick on it. It's losing me too much tourism per turn, so it is gone. Let's get rid of skyscrapers for now. Let's get rid of civil prestige for now. And instead I'll put in liberalism, keeping my cities as happy as possible. Levy on mass is good, but look at logistics very briefly. We'll pick up scripture. I've got Visselbanken and then Machiavellianism. I think that's basically what I had. I've got native conquest in there. No, logistics. Don't know why that's doing that. Anyway, I've got 15% faith reduction now, which is pretty cool. You go over to that, and my naturalists have just lost about 200 gold from them, which is really handy. So we'll just start to have some fun with that, like bam, bam, like that. Another park. Professional sports has upgraded and unlocked ski resorts for me. That's really big. We want to put down as many ski resorts as we can. Each one gives me an immunity, and each one gives me 4 tourism per turn. It's just the little tourism tweaks that will massively boost me now. We're going to beeline environmentalism. That's 25% tourism across the empire, and then we'll go for social media. In fact, radio is really good, but after radio, we're going to beeline into computers for the other 25% extra tourism. But just look at that. Just by changing government, I've gained about 150, maybe about 140 tourism, but like a lot of tourism with every single civ. That is what I'm going to need to catch up with Russia. Russia are gaining 4 domestic tourists every turn. I am gaining pretty much 1 every 2 turns. So 1, 2, 3, just under 4. So I need to keep on increasing my tourism, but we are starting to catch them up now. Oh, an artist. Yay! Again, doesn't matter what artwork it is, as long as it can go into a city, it's wonderful. To Lund you go. I'm actually keeping up with Russia in terms of great people points now, which is unbelievable in itself. I'm going to only get myself, just a bronze reward for World's Fair, but never mind. That gives me just a little bit of a Eureka. It could be the Eureka for Cold War. You never know. Weirder things have happened. Another national park. There! Yay! It's the newest one in the world. I only need 7 era score, and I've got minimum of 12 turns to do it. Actually, no, I need 4 era score because I'm just about to pick up a little bit more there. Lovely. There's the National History Museum. A little bit of a question. Oh, I do have Democratic Legacy. Oh, that's fun. Okay, right. Well, first of all, I'm just going to upgrade Visselbank into that. That's awesome. Although, let me just quickly double check. What's Stockholm going to be doing now? Casa Bolshoi? Could get Bolshoi. Yeah, let's try getting Bolshoi. It's a really good tile, this one. But, as I say, any wonder in my capital is a good wonder, because it gives me a lot more tourism. Right, okay, hang on. Let's do this then. So we'll put in Democratic Legacy. And liberalism is fun, but it's quite small now compared to my random bursts of national parks. So we'll put in wonders instead. Scripture gives me more national parks in the first place. So, yeah, not so happy in my capital at the moment. But don't worry, because look, we've got another one. Now it'll be happy next turn. So it's all good. And there we go. To test the theory. The theory checks out. National History Museum can take relics. And when it does, they theme very nicely. 96 tourism per turn coming from the National History Museum. Now, I know I could put other things in it, but the relics are giving me so much I don't want to. It's too beautiful. Oh, I did get the civic boost for Cold War. I got it from World's Fair. I even joked about it. Isn't that wonderful? 853 tourism. We've got 740 coming from Russia. We've got 916 from England, 916 from Norway, over 1,000 now from Scotland. Isn't that wonderful? That is just, it's a delight. It's a delight to see. We are starting now to catch up the Russian juggernaut, but Russia is still picking up 4 domestic tourists every turn. I'm just about now getting 4 tourists in return, but like, we've got to just keep suppressing Russia wherever we can. Where's our next target? Where are we going to steal great works from this time? What about Nizhny Novgorod? Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Look at that. Take it down. Go spy. Go. And is that another themed museum? This time for artwork? Yes, it is. Beautiful. Only 12 tourism from that. That's a lot less than I thought it would be. Oh, goodness me. That is a weak ranged attack. Surely I can do better than that. Oh, no. The crossbow. I really can't. Time for some voting, and for once, we actually are going to have a pretty decent run at this Congress, and there's some stuff that would really help. Firstly, government type gains a wildcard slot, theocracy. Yep, let's try and get that. A lot of people have gone the naughty fascist government. It's tempting to switch over because the big players, Norway, Russia, and England, they've all gone for that tier 3 government, but it's useless for me, so I'd rather keep on the tier 2 for now. I'll watch. If they all go on a unified tier 4 government, I'll join them, but this is a way to get another wildcard policy that works for me. Russia won this last time and they don't have anywhere near enough points to win, so I'll join on that one. I'll join in on the Nobel Prize as well. And a discount on buildings. I'll pop in coal power plant. I don't think that'll go through, but it's worth a try. Oh, didn't work. Classical Republic got it. Really? Germany, Poland, and Scotland all voted for it. Oh, the naughty government got quite a few votes as well. Oh, I was like in third on that. Fair enough. Eleanor won the points. Oh, that's a bit of a rogue one. Okay, so Eleanor's gone up to 10 points now. So we're on 11, 10, and 10. AI is beginning to get some points. No one has enough for me to be genuinely afraid, though. Always worth keeping an eye on it. You don't want the AI to creep up on you on this sort of stuff. But yeah, for now, we are doing okay. I mentioned this before, but it is number one piece of advice with Sweden. It's always worth remembering. Whatever number of cities you've got, in my case 17, you should have the same amount of open-air museums. Every city should have one. Each one is giving me 8 tourism at the moment. That means I'm getting almost 150 tourism just from that one improvement, and a ton of culture as well. Oh, it doesn't matter how many parks you make. They never get any less satisfying. They really, really don't. Turn 247, 1680 AD. We're just going to do a quick check of everyone. I'm not winning the score victory. Norway is because of their religion. And look at that cheesy grin. Did you see that? Oh, he's so happy with himself. The amount of wonders that Norway has as well is incredible. 165 to my 75. Yeah, they're doing really good. No one has gone to space just yet. Scotland has 49 techs to my 41. They do not have rocketry yet, so that's good. I'm still winning the culture victory. Nobody else is at risk of that for now, which is good. No one's gone for domination. Nobody is close to religious. I mean, it's quite good. You've got 3 major players on religion. Should I say that? 4. Eastern Orthodoxy. In fact, yeah, 4 major players. The only person that didn't get a religion up is me. Whoops. And then you've got diplomacy. This is probably the biggest risk, but nobody's close just yet. And we are Sweden. We have a ton of diplomatic favor. We should be able to stop people from winning at the very least. We're just looking for everything we can do currently to continue building our tourism per turn. National parks are going down really well. I might pick up a settler soon. 1,600 gold is a lot for a settler, but another city in this frozen north would be a really, really good place for more national parks. Although kind of a lot of me wants to build it south. I want Stockholm to always be the 4th city away. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's interesting. All of these national parks are sending amenities back down to my capital, and because of that, we have actually, with this beautiful ski resort, I'm now ecstatic in my capital. That's brilliant. That's 20% to all yields in the capital, including faith. Faith is the big one. The loss of Brussels and Stockholm makes such a crazy difference to the amount of production I have on wonders. It's 15% from Kilworth, and then 15% from Brussels itself. So look, it goes from 6 turns. I just sort of moved that through. Already takes a turn off. It was showing 4 briefly. Don't know what happened to that, but never mind. It's all looking pretty good. Or we could put more ski resorts up now. There's a lot of areas where I'm not actually going to get myself national parks just because it's all mountain. Why can't you build a national park around all mountain? Come on. Never mind, it's good. We'll keep on using these builders to give ski resorts extra amenities. It's always a good thing. So whilst I'm stealing from Russia, that's always a good thing. Do I start stealing from Eleanor? I haven't been stealing from Eleanor at all, and she's got a lot of stuff. But Russia is the culture leader, and the more culture I can seize from Russia, the better. All of my gold is going into tiles, but that is fine. There we go. Golden Age, guaranteed for Atomic. That is a big thing. I'm pretty sure Atomic is where I get the tourism Golden Age. I'm hoping. I'm pretty sure it is. But, you can never be 100% sure. Oh, let's get that stadium up. Yeah, everyone will be super happy after that point. Apparently my culture is now dominant over Germany, which it is. Poland is going to hit the next turn as well. Russia is still on 4 domestic tourists per turn. I think I'm just about earning 4 per turn now. Need to get a couple more trade routes to people. One thing I didn't check, where are the merchants? That's a good thing I checked. Right, so the first merchant I want is up. There are 2 if you want to get a tourism victory that are important. Sarah Breedlove, and then in the Atomic era, Melita Bintz. Both of them give 25% tourism towards civilizations you have a trade route to. Now, that means, suddenly, I need this. I need Sarah Breedlove. I won't be able to use her until I get a commercial hub. But that is something I need to build. I'll just have to do that. It is worth doing it. Just need to find a good candidate city to do it. Lund, are you going to be a decent player? You know, actually, you might be. I just pop it there. I know the stadium's important, but the commercial hub is even more important. So yeah, if I can get Sarah in, that will be brilliant. Eber is back. Right, steel success is counted, sweeters. I just read success for a second there. Steel success from Russia. Okay, it sounds quite literal, but sure. Bolshoi Theatre. I don't remember how many civics I have missed on the way to gaining this. There's a couple. I got naval tradition, didn't I? So I might not have the other tier 2 government mercantilism. Oh, it's not mercantilism, is it? It's the ship one. Either way, it's got a slot for music and writing, and they are in my capital, and they will be themed, and it's in the Apadana city. So I just got space race and capitalism. Oh, capitalism's useful. Hey, don't complain. That is pretty decent. What else could I build? I could build Ruhr Valley in Stockholm. That would be relatively entertaining. I think a neighborhood probably would be of more use, though, thinking about it. Should we put a neighborhood down there? It would mean that I could build Biosphere later. Actually, to be fair, as long as it's along the river, it's okay. Let's build a neighborhood. Yeah, I'm getting rid of some of these amazing tiles, but these tiles are becoming obsolete as my city gets tougher, and I really want the neighborhood that'll let my capital grow. Oh, I really want Miss Merchant. If Sarah disappears before I can get her, I'm going to be annoyed. I'm going to use a bit of my gold. I mean, this lighthouse has been building for years. I'm just going to buy it out. That is another trader. I need to make sure that I have all of the civilizations being traded with at the moment. Poland and Germany are not. That's missing out on a bit of tourism, and it will be more tourism very, very soon. Oh, environmentalism, computers, both of these are going to give me probably about 450 extra tourism per turn. That would be very welcome. We would enjoy that considerably. What's in the meteor site? Oh, another knight. I'm going to go and deal with these barbarians to my north because they're stopping me from making national parks, and I don't like that. Oh, next turn. Scotland is getting worryingly close, and they have a lot of gold. A lot of gold. And England, actually. I do not want them to buy this great merchant out. Oh, I realise I haven't actually put my music down in Bolshoi. Been sat there for a couple of turns. Bam, 20 tourism %. It's not that much. Being honest with you, it's not that much, but it's something. Environmentalism, 25% extra tourism across my nation. That's what you like to see. Democratic legacy is still really good for my capital, actually. Don't think I need to change my government just yet. Let's just quickly buy the trader from Stockholm. And now we need to work towards social media. Research telecommunications. Haven't got that just yet, but that is not a problem. And there we go. Sarah Breedlove, taken. 3 era score. We've gone way over on era score now. Not a problem. We should be fine for era score for the rest of the game. I hope. Fingers crossed. But the commercial hub is finished next turn. We can just move her down, pop instantly in, and you can see we've got 1,186 tourism per turn. She is going to increase that because the bonus to trade routes is going to go from 25% to 50%. That's a big difference. What did we steal this time? We stole Boris, apparently. Boris has been stolen. I love the out of contextness. Okay, it's a book. It's a book. Never mind. Still though, very good. We'll try and steal Eugene. So we stole Boris, now Eugene. The good thing about the commercial hub is it's just a quick market. It's another trader. Now, who was it again? It was Poland and Germany. Actually, both I'm allied to, which is quite good. About 16 gold root, 4 food, 6 production to my capital. Yes, that's really, really handy. Why can I not build a... Oh, damn. I thought I could build a beach resort there. I can't. It's not good enough. Never mind. Neighborhood finished in my capital. Computers. We are up to 1,400 tourism now. Let's just use Sarah Breedlove. She gets popped in. And now we can see with this, it says 25% on this particular screen, but it's now 50%. As you can see when I pop in to this screen, we have 1,800 tourism per turn with England now. 2,100 from Scotland. So we are now getting officially a tourist from everybody every turn. So that is at least 7. We're getting a couple of tourists in some instances. Russia are now getting 4. So we are now catching up at twice the speed. Gaining about 3 per turn. It's going to take about 100 turns to catch up, and they are increasing their culture accordingly. So we can't rest on our laurels, but that is a hand. That really helps. So now we've got computers. What else can we do? Well, there's only one other thing that will really, really reliably boost tourism, and that is the biosphere. Possibly the most effective wonder in the game. So we will just have a look at that quickly. Sydney Opera House would be good in my capital, thinking about it, wouldn't it? So let's think about getting that. I'll just build the harbour briefly. 4 gold per turn, another trade route. We like trade routes. Trade routes are always good. I am building spies, by the way. It's just that this is a very low production empire, and spies are taking some time to build. Another national park. Another 3 era score. Another 22 tourism per turn. It's generating now that 50% bonus to all tourism is very handy. And the seaside resort can be built here. I might just wait 2 turns, actually. It's not that I'm worried about era score. We are just about to roll into another era, and I might as well wait on that one. Game reckons I'm back within 100 turns of victory as well. I think we can push this forward. I'm pretty confident, especially social media. That'll help massively. That'll really, really help. I just need another... I've got an opportunity to get one more trader, so we'll just quickly flip to that. Lund. Yeah, I've been putting off this stadium long enough now. Can I build Maracana on this tile, I wonder? I can. I could build Maracana. That would be very helpful in my empire. The world enters the atomic era. I'm in a golden age. I really want to see Norway fall into a dark age. I could steal Tromsø. That would be amazing. Normal. Everyone's in normal. How boring. Oh well, wish you were here. Cities with governors receive 50% tourism from World Wonders. That'll help Stockholm. 100% tourism to all national parks. Yeah. You read that right. That is as much as you think it's going to be. Remember that number, 1,449. There is the seaside resort that I mentioned before as well. I think it's going to give quite a lot of tourism per turn, 15. Oh, 1449 went to 1920. So that's almost 500 extra tourism. And to make it even better, there is social media, which is amazing. Collective activism is really not going to give me a lot this game. Machiavellianism is giving me quite a lot. We'll hold on to that as long as we can. Skyscrapers is good, but honestly, we need to put in tourism cards now. Scripture, sorry, online communities, 50% tourism to all civilizations I have a trade route to. That should be all of them now. And satellite broadcasts. I am going to start putting in more great works of music very soon. But I'm going to keep the wonder card in because I think actually getting the wonders up in my capital, that is the more effective strategy here. Where was the only person? It's only Poland I haven't got a trade route to. There you go. 16 gold, 5 production, 4 food to Stockholm. That's a really big number. Oh, and if we have a look now, Russia is now getting 3,000 tourism per turn because we're up to 100% on trade routes. Ho ho ho, 3,480. So I'm now getting at least 2 tourists from every civilization. That's 14 per turn, and Russia's only picking up 4 and a bit. So I'm now catching up 10 per turn. I should catch up with Russia within 25 turns now. And you know what? I reckon we can push this further because every turn I just build out a little bit more and put another national park down. And then, just this one is worth 54 tourism per turn. That's 54 tourism, and then another like 100% on top of that because of all my modifiers. So it's like 110 huge numbers, absolutely massive numbers. Well, now that I've got social media, well, I don't really need a tier 4 government, but I'll head that way. Globalization at least gives me another governor title. We like governors. Governors are fun. Oh, Norway is actually throwing fairly effective rock bands at me. That was 2,500 tourism they just gained on me. Now, I believe that's stealing my domestic tourists. It's not stealing my overall tourists that I've claimed from other people, so I don't think it makes a difference to me. But I'll keep an eye on that because I don't want Norway robbing me of my victory. I haven't used rock bands yet. I could use rock bands. I'm sort of saving them. If anyone gets near victory, I will start to use them. But the reason I'm saving them is later into the game, you get the Hallyu card. Now, that lets you pick promotions on your rock bands, and it means you have actually have half a chance for them to actually survive the game. It's not a large chance, but it is like a small chance. So it's one that you have to kind of go for. Okay, the Great Work Heist was a failure, but they didn't die. That's a good thing. Oh, this is a bit of a trade from England. Interesting. So they're offering me a thing of writing and religious artwork. I don't want to give them any of my stuff. So that's a no-go. But how much do you value these things? Oh, I can just chuck Diplo favor at them. It's a deal they offered me. I'm taking it. I'm playing by the AI's rules. I'm not giving them any great works because I'd rather just keep theirs. But hey, that works. I just need one more thing of art. One more thing of art and I could actually get that themed. Oh, thank God. It's very expensive though. Well, feels wrong, but I put a seaside resort next to a preserve, but actually it gives 21 tourism. Oh, because of Cristo Redentor. Very big bonus. I'm just getting 2 traders and then we'll go for the light. Actually, I'm just going to buy the lighthouse in Stockholm quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 3 traders and then into the glory of the Sydney Opera House. This should be really good. That's lots of slots for great new works of music that can all get themed. I haven't got every wonder in my capital. The Deity AI really has been showing me how to play today, but I have got quite a few that give me lots of theming potential as Sweden. So I'm pretty happy with how we've sort of managed to play this game. It's not been the perfect game, but this is like late game tourism 101. How to play Sweden. Haven't really been able to take any great work from AI. I haven't really been able to trade gold with them. So I've massively slowed down. I could have won by turn 200 if I was able to actually use my gold. Like a couple of trades of Diplo favor, for instance, would give me all the gold I would need to buy an amphitheater in like 4 of my cities and trade with everybody and do everything I would need to do. And it would be glorious, but alas, not to happen. I'm just going to send all of my trade routes out to anyone that gives me good gold, actually. Every route is giving me very good production in Stockholm. We're up to lots of housing and lots of amenities in the city. That's all lovely. Jane Drew is up next. Oh, 3 amenities and 4 housing for Stockholm. That would basically future-proof it. I'm kind of tempted about that one, really. Oh, there we go. We've got a level 3 science ally. Who's up with Norway, I think. I'm actually starting to tech up things that they've researched really quickly. They're all the way up to combined arms. Wow. Did you reckon they fused both of their arms at the shoulder or the elbow? Little bit of gold purchasing. Oh, next turn, and then I can get one more park down. How much is a park these days? Just about 2,000 faith. Sounds like a lot, but it's about 3 turns worth of faith. It's not too bad, to be honest. Oh, Russia have just jumped to 565 culture per turn. They're getting 5 domestic tourists every turn. I'm still gunning at the moment for about 15 per turn, but they are ramping up. They do not want me to take them over. I need to just keep pushing my tourism. I am doing it though. Every turn I'm ramping my tourism up by like 20 to 30. This national park is going to be a big jump. This one alone, if I just show you, is worth 48 tourism per turn. So these are the things that we're going to counteract Russia's culture with, but it's just holding on to this advantage. Globalization. Perfect. Anything else I want to just switch into my government? Skyscrapers is going to be very helpful in a second. Machiavellianism. Yeah, stealing great works of art is good. Tempted to put Visselbanken in, but I don't think it's going to be enough of a boost. For saying that, we do have quite a lot of production in my capital now. It's kind of really just like, what's going to be better for the Sydney Opera House? This is where I'm going to get my tourism from. I like stealing. I'm going to keep Machiavellianism in. I want to keep stealing from the AI as much as I can. Please stop stealing Brussels. Look, it adds tons and tons and tons of time onto my capital. 4 turns that would have added onto the Sydney Opera House there. Oh, I've just had another agent killed. Yep. Russia are protecting their borders a lot now. They've probably got upgraded spies. They've probably got cards in to stop me from spying effectively. Spies are becoming not very useful now. I'm tempted to switch my government around to compensate. Visselbanken would be 14 extra production for Stockholm, as well as some extra food that would help the city to grow. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. See how it goes. Tempted. It's very tempting. There is a stadium. Okay, we'll let the immunities from that spread out nicely over the next couple of turns, but just to put it in context, there it is. Should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of my cities with +3 immunities. That should hopefully push everyone into happy, if not pushing them into ecstatic. Oh, there's the merchant. There's Melita. She is the next one I want. 9,000 faith. That's 10 turns away. I should be able to pick her up fairly easily. That'll be worth another 25% tourism, which is effectively another 500 with every player in the game. It's big numbers. Okay, everyone's changing government now. We've got fascists. We've got democracy in Scotland, and we have a digital democracy in Russia. Interesting. Only minus 20% go for different governments, so me staying in tier 2 is definitely the move for now. If I went to anything else, that wouldn't be good. Oh, what just happened to Amsterdam? Oh, Germany. Dear, oh dear, they just knocked out the Dutch. I just lost about 40, 50 tourists because of that. No. Oh, I need the Dutch back in the game. I very much need the Dutch back in the game. Okay, I might have to do something about that. Still allied to them. We're allied to them for quite some time. They have a decent army. Who are they at war with because of that? Eleanor. There's a chance Eleanor might be able to liberate the city. It's unlikely, but you never know. Weirder things have happened. Oh, that is so frustrating. I liked Amsterdam. It was like a little city-state play. It was wonderful. Netherlands' attempt at the one city challenge. Well, Russia is now on to 630 culture, so they are getting 6 tourists per turn, and now I'm only getting about 12 to 13, so that has hampered me quite a bit. We need to continue upping our tourism. Okay, what can we do for that? I need archaeological museums. I need to start getting archaeologists for that. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea for my gold. Still getting seasword resorts, still getting... Yeah, we're just going to have to really, really optimize our tourism. If I can get that up to about 3,000 per turn, I'll have more than overcompensated for the loss of the Dutch. But my lord, Germany know what they're doing with their artillery corps. Oh well, more parks. Just make more parks. See anything you can do. More. 39 tourism per turn. Hey, it'll do. Hey, Nobel Prize in Literature. Rock bands are cheaper to purchase and I get more album sales for them. That is really, really handy. And here's Hallyu over there. Okay, so this lets me pick the rock bands 6 turns, and I think I'm just going to start spamming them out. How many people will be able to resist me? I think it's Cold War, which you get No, music censorship and space race. So in theory, Poland, Scotland, and Germany can't resist my rock bands. We'll send them to Russia to start with, and then I'll send them down to Poland if Russia resist. But that's helpful. Good to know. Yeah, I'm going to put Visselbanken in. We're just turbocharging my capital. It's taken a turn off the Sydney Opera House, but it's also increased the population rate of growth. This city can get big. I reckon with a couple of engineers in the right places, we're all doing good. I'm saving up my faith. Melita, almost there. Oh, more options. It's a sculpture and it's a thing of writing. Okay, well, if you want to sell this to me, that's fine. Sell it for a bit of favor. Bit annoying because we're just about to vote, so that favor was probably quite handy for me, but hey, if it gives me tourism, I will take it. Speaking of voting, Nobel Peace Prize. Yes, I am generating Diplo favor. I would love that. I'd love a musician and an engineer and an artist and all that sort of stuff. Eleanor of Aquitaine was chosen last time out, and she is not in danger of winning, so I will vote for her. I'd love it if we could chop down woods. That would be great. And I'd love it if I could trade with people, because then I can get more gold and more production in my capital. We'll see if we can just push through these things. Yep. No. 2 points for me. I think Norway won that one. And, nobody's anywhere near a Diplo victory, which is good. We're still doing well. Okay, Scotland is now going to space. And they have satellites. So Scotland are beginning to become a little bit worrying on that front. But it's okay. We'll hold on. No great work to steal. Oh, come on. Fine. I'll tech boost. Is that worth it? Yeah, I can still do that really well. So we'll give that a go. But I actually have an artist that I can pick up of my own, which is wonderful, and a writer of my own to pick up. Brilliant stuff. Okay, both of these are really, really good. H.G. Wells, you off to there. And where was my artwork supposed to go? Oh, I need another art museum. God, I don't remember the last time I needed another art museum. That's wonderful. And I've got one finishing next turn. It's brilliant. Look at that. Couldn't have worked any better. 25 population capital. Nice. I really want to take these barbarians out. They are annoying me. Now, come on. Take it out. Oh, not quite. Well, I'm finally culturally dominant over England. That is everyone now apart from Russia. Russia are getting 6.6 domestic tourists every turn. But I've almost got to 4,200 tourism with most people. That would be 3 tourists per turn. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Call it 17 per turn. I'm still catching up. This will help though. Sydney Opera House. I believe that has 3 spaces for music. It gives me 2 envoys because it's in the city with the Apadana, and this will be automatically themed with Pingala, doubling the tourism anyway. I'm hoping this wonder should be worth about 40 tourism. We'll work that out in a second. Where's my musician? There you are. Start plonking this down. I actually need more music. Oh, I'm very close to getting more music. We're just going to pick up Melita and then I'll pick up Juventino. There's another themed museum. There you go. I've got 1, 2, 3 themed art museums now, and I can start putting things of writing into it as well. But this is good. This is good. The tourism, the passive tourism is beginning to climb. And artifacts. I've got enough gold that I'm starting to actually pick up artifacts. It really doesn't matter what the artifacts are because they're automatically themed as soon as the museum is full. Poland is refusing to renew the alliance. Okay, the game thinks I'm about to win. Sometimes the game does this. If it thinks you are imminently going to win, be it science, diplomacy, religion, whatever it condition, they will refuse to friend you. Oh, I tell you what, you can stop stealing Brussels, although it looks like it's fun. Okay, they've decided I'm no longer going to do this. Sometimes with the cultural victory, it's strange. Look at how the game's calculated it. The game thinks that I'm winning because in my turn, it's showing me as winning in 15 turns. Then the game recalculates itself. Poland has its turn. It sees Russia get culture. Suddenly I'm losing the tourism victory. It goes, oh, Ursa's not going to win. Befriends me. And then as soon as I get to my turn again, it recalculates my tourism, now shows me the victory, and now if I'd asked Poland, they would say no. It's really, really strange how that works, but it's so often that happens. Just a little quirky thing. It's like you can see the algorithm thinking about it, you know? It's like the way that it works. Calculate it in this order, this thing, followed by this thing, and it's all good. Oh, I really want to keep democratic legacy. I really do, but I don't think I can afford to. There is a piece of music. I really need another piece of music, but we're going to have to wait a turn. Firstly, let's get Melita. Brilliant. Now, a couple of turns, we can get ourselves a new musician, and that will help. Just to show you how much tourism it will give me. About 36. and the wonder itself is worth about 9. So yeah, pretty good. What did I say? 45 to 50? It's about 45, so it's pretty bang on. I want the Hell You card though. We're gonna have to switch this all around a little bit. Let's get satellite broadcast. I've got more music now. I'd love Democratic Legacy, but I'm gonna have to get rid of it. That's really annoying. Just so that I can get myself the rock bands in. We'll work on global warming mitigation for some envoys. Here we go. Increases trade route capacity by 1 and another 25% tourism to everybody because I have a trade route with everybody. So if we have a look at Russia now, you can see I'm up to 125% for trade route. Oh yeah, that's good. We're well above now 3 domestic tourists per turn with everyone, apart from Russia. Russia's being annoying. Apart from that, it's all fine. And there is another themed archaeological museum as well. 18 tourism. Hey, it all helps. It all helps. Scotland has an Earth satellite, by the way. They are in space, turn 182. Quite slow, to be fair. We've been very much out of benefit by the AI being a little bit slow on this sort of stuff. They have satellites, but they don't have nanotech, so we don't have to worry too much about them going to Mars just yet. So this rock band I'm going to send towards Germany, and it looks like there are a couple of wonders. At the very least, there are a couple of wonders. Poland hasn't really got it. And we've got some wonders as well. So I'm going to give the rock band the wonder promotion because it tends to work really, really well. I mean, theatre square, to be fair, there are some theatre squares in Germany. Let's go theatre squares. I mean, 2 levels better is better than 1 level. Joyous Faith, sure. I mean, the rock band going into Russia absolutely is going to have theatre squares, purple science. I'm expecting this to get kicked out of Russia almost immediately. Yep, I didn't even get to have a single concert. I'm already kicked out of Russia's lands. We knew that was going to happen. It's fine. We'll go off to Poland instead. Let's give the first band a go. 50% chance for Joyce. Oh, I was still on the wrong tile. I got away with that. 1,000 tourism generated. Hey, 1,000 is pretty much nothing. Never mind. We'll make one into a wonder band. I like to have a little bit of variety whilst we can. These bands are not going to do very well for me. Like, I have so bad luck. Such bad luck when it comes to rock bands. People who watch the channel for a long period of time will know just how bad my luck is with these things. Steel Tech Boost. I have got satellites from that. Nice. Okay, that's pretty cool. Biosphere is up next. Really what I want to do is go to composites after synthetic materials, because if I can get biosphere and I can get the wind farms, and I can start spamming out wind farms on my land, get a bit of environmental power, but more importantly, a bit of tourism. Let's go. These are better on Theatre Square tiles. Look at that. Oh yeah, Legends of Rock and a promotion. Hey, that was strangely competent. What about this one? Unique Loyalists, opening act. They're still alive. Honestly, at this point, we'll take it. This one, Joyous Faith got promoted as well. Headliners. Wow, that's decent tourism. Okay, I'm actually quite surprised by that. Fair enough. There's about 5,000 tourism we got. I mean, I get about 5,000 in a single turn, so it was so negligible, but could still work. Think about rock bands. Rock bands work best, and they are most effective if you use them right at the beginning of the game. Once you get to the late game and you've got people getting like 700 culture per turn and you're generating 5,000 tourism to people, very much doesn't matter from that point. Here is my musician. So before, Sydney Opera House was on 32 tourism. Finished that, and now it's on 60. Yeah. Oh, Popstar. Yeah, I can start getting large chunks of gold when I use my rock bands. That's not a bad, second promotion, really, is it? Let's do that. Popstar time. I have so little gold per turn. Honestly, the gold is very handy for me. Oh, we can actually get our unique unit at some point. How have I not got that? That's pretty poor. I know, I just sort of bypassed it. Too busy with other stuff. Let's try Joyous Faith a second time. This should give me a good burst of gold depending on how they do. 5,750 gold. So that's almost 1,500 gold there. Wow, that's big. That's really big. That means I can now afford Necrotic Center just straight out, which will make all of the cities in my empire ecstatic. Fingers crossed. Okay, these rock bands are probably going to make me a lot of gold. I will take that. Turns out there's very large amounts of money in rock. Who'd have thought it? Here's a wonder. Unique Loyalists, Rising Stars. Hey, not promoted, but at least they did something. Jane Drew, making Stockholm an amazing city. Look at that. Extra, and I mean, 20 immunities. I wish you got more bonuses. Imagine if you got a sort of 1% bonus to all yields for everything above 5. That would be something that would make it well worth doing. Not that it isn't worth doing as it is, it's just would be quite amusing. Joyous Faith, let's try this again. No promotion, opening act. Oh, much less tourism that time. So yeah, only like 300 gold. Unique loyalists on a wonder. Aging rockers. They got tourism for me, but they, died. Apart from that, they did great. Purple Science, Theatre Square this time. Unit lost, oh, goodness me. Rock bands, they give and they taketh. Oh, I think I've actually just about reached the threshold just before I was about to start building Biosphere. Literally next turn. And I reckon with Biosphere, I needed to up my science game just a little bit, but I reckon I could have easily got my tourism to maybe 4,000 or so. I don't know what Russia's doing as well. Have they had to change government? They've dropped to 560 culture per turn. That's a big drop. They were on almost 700 to 800 at one point. I wonder if they've received a war declaration, or maybe they had to get rid of some city-state envoys or something that was giving them a lot of culture. Look at that though! It's a victory! Sweden! Very, very fun. You know what? I really enjoyed the limitations of that challenge. You forget just how much of Deity play is based around gold and making sure you can use your gold to plug in deficiencies in your economy and to boost things into snowballs where you need to. How much you rely on the AI getting the great works and then trading them with them. Like gold generation is very, very important because you end up buying the great works. So when I couldn't, and literally it was just in the lap of the gods as to what I could steal, I probably stole about, I'd say 9 to 10 pieces of great art at some point. Massive limits you, but what a civ to play. If you're going to be limited, Sweden is the person to play because the instant theming is just wonderful. Louis XV, after me, the lad. This is how bad my start was and how bad I kind of played today. Look, my building's constructed. Normally I say this is why we beat the AI and I show you a graph where you build a lot more. Not today. Cities captured, not me. Cities founded, I didn't, everyone else settled around me. I didn't have the gold or the production to really spam settlers out today. Districts though, I did keep up on districts. That was important and one of the reasons why I did so well. Great people, very much buying the ones that I could get, not really just, actually England got more great people than Russia. That's amazing. I would not have guessed that. Player culture, yeah, I was competing with Russia all of the way through. I took over eventually. Science-wise, my science was pretty good. Sweden plays a good science game and my preserves were definitely helping with that later into the game. My faith, no one could keep up with my faith as soon as I started getting relics. That was a big play for me. That's how bad my gold game was compared to everyone else. My very bright yellow line is right at the bottom of that, doing terrible things. Religions founded? Yep, I got my religion, but I then lost it. As people have correctly said, I could have got my religion back if I'd used a rock band, if Vatican City was on the map, but there was no Vatican City, so what can you do? A couple of random ways I could have got my religion back. Didn't in the end, but would have been relatively amusing. I could have also waited with my profit until I had enough faith to buy an apostle, launch an inquisition, and then buy inquisitors all in one go. That probably would have been the best thing to do. But what can you do? Units killed. I did kill a few. Did I lose any units? No, I did. Oh yeah, these are all religious units and rock bands and things, weren't they? Not rock bands, just religious units. This is what I call the Great Apostle culling. The event. We don't talk about wonders. Apart from Norway was having an absolute game. Fair play to you, but my neighbour was just dangerously good. I actually ended up building the second most wonders, and I think it was pretty much, but yeah, almost entirely in Stockholm. Just have a look at greatest cities. Yep, Stockholm, greatest city in the world. Most population, most faith, most culture, happiest, with 6 wonders, a holy city of combat death fish. The death fish definitely died. They did not stand long in this game. But there you go. My tourism was doing amazing. I have to say, picking up both merchants, that was absolutely a winning formula for me. And I could do that basically because I had so much faith. People sleep on faith per turn, but just using your faith to buy great people as you need them in order to buy all the national parks. If I show you just how many national parks were on this map, I wasn't the only person to build them. Russia definitely grabbed a few. Look at that. They're doing their best to put some down. But most of my northern territory within my heartland was a national park. I had a couple over there. And then this was just like a whole area. Oh, ignore the storm of death. Everyone's dying up here. I have no loyalty up here now because everyone's dead. It's fine. It's fine. We don't need to worry about that. Yeah, look how many tourists these parks got. 12 tourists, 12 tourists. What was the best thing that I built? There was a 16 tourist park over on this side. Very high appeal, that one. 28, that's Mont Saint Michel. Oh yeah, this just shows you how powerful the relics were. 20 on that national park. This is going to be St. Basil's. Yep, look at that. 42 and 75 tourists from my government plaza. Wow. That's how strong the Queen's Bibliothek is. Just that one building, that one thing you can add into Sweden. It's just silly numbers. Silly numbers. Really fun map. Not having tribal huts on it was a little bit of a pain. Would I like to see a couple more civs, maybe over in this area, like the introduction of Scythia maybe? Could be good. Randomly generated city-states always helps a map. I love the fact that Scotland and England both went for Iceland. That's wonderful. Yeah, really enjoyed that game. Had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the series and you fancy helping the channel out, then why don't you consider subscribing? It would be brilliant. But otherwise, I'll see you all in the next series. And until then, goodbye! And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Dayboy91, Seancrates, Portland, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Davalex, Skeptical Bear, Kroger Brand Trailmix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boy Zorro, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Bear Ray, El Truand, Creston, RB Hedge, Mushkin Mandeltort, Esri Dax, Deeble Time, Shoelace, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Clint Hennes, Dr. Bobby, Polar Waller Bear. Thank you all for your support. See you next time. Goodbye.